on the worried scale of 1 to 10, you're at a what?
I'm probably at a 6, and it depends on what I'm worried about, Skip. Because NBA basketball season starts on Monday. Right. That's the real. It really.
They always say
it really starts on Monday.
Although I think the NFL this year, for the first time, said we're going to preempt your kickoff. Right? We're going to put a bunch of our games up against yours.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and they'll probably get more eyeballs or whatever. But in the end, when you look at this Laker team, I think a lot of what's happening here with people, as Michael likes to say, the narrative is that they won the tournament. And since then, they've gone 1-4, like you said. That is puzzling in itself because of the way that they played in those in-season game tournaments.
Yep.
They played like they were headed in the right direction. Now, here's what I would do as a Cowboy-type excuse, is they've been on the road a lot here after the tournament.
They have.
I mean, they came home, then they back on the road again. Yep. Now they're going to OKC. And
Minnesota and OKC.
Minnesota, OKC. So they're on the road again with a bunch of games to come at home in January. They're going to have a slew of games at home in January. Why the schedule is set up this way, I don't know. But in the end, they've got to play better, no matter what the case is, because if they carry this into 2024, they'll be sitting at the 8th seed, or back in the play-in game,
they will,
trying to figure out how to just survive with the Clippers winning 9 straight, okay? And they look like a totally different team.
Yeah, boy, they do.
And then you talk about the Nuggets, and then it's just, that's the part that is frustrating. But it's too early to be worried because there's so many games.
Yeah, you're still at a 6.
Yeah, because Skip, if there was only 30 games in an NBA season, you would go, oh, my God, no.
Right.
But there's 82. So you got a long runway to screw things up and still have an opportunity in the end. This is not the NFL.
No, it's not.
Thing, man. Yeah, but the thing is, but let me tell you something. But the way this thing is set up was supposed to be perfectly set up to help those Lakers. I do believe this. We look at the rules they came out with, all the rest rules, and they exempted LeBron. And guys like that, they said, LeBron, you've been here long enough, so we're going to have this in-season tournament. We want you guys to play hard and win that. When you win that thing, that's great. The Lakers raising banners. But this the other part of it. Now you got to get back into the regular season and let's get playing again. And they rose up and won. I even joked with y'all the first time after that. As soon as they won, they came down to Dallas. And when Dallas beat them, I was all, wait, beat that champ. So he beat the road. We beat it on the road. Right. But what I'm saying that, and now it's interesting too, that now it's a narrative. It's not a fact. But before it's a fact, what's it?
Well, I just said a narrative because that's what you was trying to do with the Cowboys. Everything's a narrative. Right. So I just wanted to use that.
I just wanted to drop that back. I wouldn't mention it. I was going to mention it. But now you see, with all of that, and you raise the banner, how do now you get to the end of this season? How do you get to the end of this season? LeBron, in that span that you just talked about, 1-4, they're playing 38 minutes.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of rest days.
Right. And
the whole plan,
I thought we started this thing with a plan to rest LeBron for the end of the season. So it's not just you're losing for basketball games, you're also losing moments with LeBron on the court looking like he's going to be ended up the season like he ended last year, which he was banged up and hurt. And that's what you're trying to prevent with this here right here. And that's the issue with what they're doing right now.
Agreed.
Because they put too much on LeBron, and they're still not getting that victory to help them in those positions.
Yeah,
down the
and
road.
still. After that loss last night, LeBron sat at his locker and he kept using the word fatigue. He called emotional fatigue, physical fatigue, road fatigue, in-season tournament
grind
fatigue,
of the season.
Grind of the season.
And that was
fatigue.
Interesting. So early grind of a season fatigue.
Right. I personally don't want to hear that this early in the season because we're not even to Christmas Day. To your point, you're talking about you're fatigued already. So what did I see last night? And I watched this game carefully. If you look at your box score, you see that the big three, and I'm going to include Austin Reeves in that, they put up nice numbers. All three of them had good offensive games, right? Decent games. It looks like winning kind of numbers. Until you look at what you allowed a poor shooting team in Chicago to do, albeit in that building, the house that Michael built up in Chicago, the United Center, They made 18 threes out of 34. That's over 50% from
Even
three.
Zach LaVine.
They don't do that. Zach LaVine is still out with a foot injury. If you're going to give up 18 threes because you just waved to him at the three-point line and you make only 12, you're going to lose because that's 6 times 3. That's plus 18 that they are from the three-point line. It's too many points to give up to a mediocre team in its house,
but
right?
These four losses, the opponents offensively have been dominating.
They have. But everywhere you go, somebody lights you up from three because your three-point defense lacks no urgency.
Somebody lit us up the other night. I couldn't.
Well, it was Exum at Dallas.
Yeah.
Dante Exum. And by the way, the Clippers went into Dallas last night and kicked them. 22, they let him come back, but then they stuck it to him in the end.
My son's been sending me pictures. He's a big James Harden fan. My son Michael, big James Harden fan.
Right. Well,
I know.
Listen,
so he messing with you on that, Skip.
But that team is all about Kawhi Leonard. He just took that game over.
No, he balled out, but James
Michael,
something about him right now just.
Okay, but he was 2 for 10 going into the fourth quarter, and then he made 2 out of the threes where he's been doing that. And then Kawhi took over. But the point is about the Lakers, that was a lifeless, heartless effort on defense last night against a mediocre basketball team. The Bulls are 12-17, and they're a poor shooting team. And you just wave at them. They had so many wide open threes. What I'm saying, what?
But again, Skip, like I said the other day and the other day before that, the three guys are holding their bag. We're not getting things out of Cam Reddish. We're not getting anything out of D'Lo. D'Lo had like 1 point last night.
He had like 2 points.
Seriously, 2 points.
2 points, and D'Lo had no D last night because he plays no D.
When you got your stars playing a certain way, your role players have got to step up.
Yeah,
they just do. I don't expect for role players essentially to go on the road and have phenomenal games, but give me something.
Yeah.
You got nothing from nobody else. I give you that, except Taurean Prince had an okay game. All right.
He shot too many threes again for me.
I'm going to show you how this game started because LeBron has notoriously, in a good way, been really good in Jordan's house. He's been lucky he has not had to face the real Michael Jeffrey Jordan. But the point is, he came out on fire last night. If we could see how he opened this game up. And I'm thinking, LeBron's going to go for 50 tonight because he has a blow-by layup. Then here he comes. This is going to be big. Thunder dunk.
Yeah.
Thunder dunk. Woo! And then he's got to play to AD, I believe this one is. Nice, sweet little pass. LeBron's still the best passer in basketball. And then LeBron says, I got this. Kaboom. Unfortunately, that was the only three made all night. Okay, then he follows this up. After the three, Chicago has to call timeout. Let me get what the score was here. At that point, it's 9-4 visiting team. And I'm thinking, here you go. You got this. Seriously, it looked like LeBron, if he's going to play high minutes, he could get 50 at that pace. So then coming out of the timeout, they miss a shot, and here comes LeBron back down the floor. And you know what he tries to do? He tries to throw it off the glass and dunk it. He is front running. He is showboating in Michael's house. That's what he was doing.
Okay, so what, Skip?
Okay, I'm just saying, you better be careful because the Bulls did not like that.
They
did not like that. And plus, it failed. It failed.
Oh, you sound like Michael now.
Okay, you don't think he's trying to show them up here? I'm going to throw it up off the glass.
So you think he said, I'm going to throw it up off the backboard and show up Michael Jordan?
No, he wants to show out in Michael's. He's always been like that. He's chasing the ghost in Chicago. Go look at his history in that building.
Stop.
Okay, I'm starting because I'm right about this.
The defender slid underneath and he should have got a foul.
And guess what the Bulls then did? They go on a 29-13 run and said, good night, Lakers. That's what happened. And somewhere, Michael Jordan was watching this game, and he was rolling his eyes and chuckling, as he's wont to do, rolling his eyes and chuckling at LeBron. But again, if LeBron can sustain that it was sensational, man. I'm like, whoa, that looks like 22-year-old LeBron.
Well,
right?
he played well, but again, nobody else came to the party, though. You got to have everybody.
You would think if you had three come to the party, your big three, that would be enough. They're playing no defense. There's no urgency.
But if the big three comes to the party and they're scoring, they scored between the three of them, they scored 60-something points.
Yeah.
That's not enough.
Sure. No, I got it. But there's no defense commitment at all. No intensity, no urgency. Right. You got to lock down. You got to take it with some pride. You saw what they did to Indiana in the championship game. They destroyed them on defense.
Well, it was the season tournament.
I know. We always see LeBron. Like, LeBron's running the floor. Where's everybody running the floor?
That's what I said. Is everybody else at?
Where's everybody running the floor? If he's the oldest dude on the floor, he's running up and down the floor. And I say that's an effort thing. Defense, that's an effort thing. That's an effort thing. So we can talk about designs. We talk about what we're missing offensively on scores. Why are you not playing defense?
Well, they haven't played defense.
That's on the coach. That's on the coach. Right. That's on the coach. That's an effort thing. It's not that you can't do it, it's that you're not doing it.
So, Keyshawn, it's like the in-season tournament was an indictment of your team because they showed you, well, here's what we can do. And then
I don't know why the focus shifted and changed.
I don't either.
It shifted, it changed.
You would think it would create momentum.
So hopefully, when we get to Monday, we got the Celtics. Mm-hmm. We take care of business there. Now we start the actual regular season.
Yeah.
Even though the season started, but we start the regular season on Christmas Day.
I'll be curious to see how those ratings go, because isn't that up against San Francisco and Baltimore?
5 and 6, so it's our laps, I think, there.
Is it close to?
Yeah, but you still go, nowadays we got split screens and everything to work with.
I know. It'll be very interesting.
But it's still the start of the season because that's what they see. And hopefully things will change. Maybe they're thinking, well, we're going to crank it up right after Christmas and give a better effort.
All right. Enough of that. Now we got to get back to our Dallas Cowboys at those Miami Dolphins. And this is fascinating. Which narrative prevails Sunday at Miami? The team that can't win on the road or the team that can't beat a winning team?
Both of those teams are the same thing. Yeah. What's the difference? Neither one of y'all can beat a winning team, and neither one of y'all can.
Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Do you want more highlights from the show? Make sure to click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from Undisputed.